Walker, another tactical victory. Jeremy Goss got the goal that meant the second leg was drawn, but tactically Norwich won the tie. 3 goals to 2 on aggregate. They did enough here, especially after going behind so early.
Taron gets some exercise in his new show, Lose a Million.
Hello, Sarah. What's your surname?
Beadle.
Well done. Good work.
A show with a twist. You've got to lose to win.
And off with a dash. Let's get rid of some cash.
And you've got to lose a million. Wednesday Mayhem at 7 on Central.
You're watching Central. Now, take 15.
Hello and welcome to Take 15. Today we meet JC001, who is officially the world's fastest rapper. He can rap 631 syllables in 60 seconds. We will be watching the video to his new single, Never Again, and also getting an insight into his other skills. Take it away, JC.
I will begin with a crazy evil grin, so evidently awesome you both know something well occurred, even dreadful, left it here for cuts so careful, you gotta never fearful, rhythm and rhyme, the bits of material mime, also design, long and ethereal line, although torn from the brain, remaining too rockers, you got music so massive you move to it, you must move away, choose to play, maybe strain to over your mode, load another lyric, coming in your heart against the bass, shown to be mixed from a forbidden poet in JC001. No racism round here, son. Never again, ignorance win. Never again, let them kill our children. Never again, I intend to defend our blends until the end. My mum's white, brown, dad. In fact, my girl's black. Any complaints, Jack? Suck that. Sick of the moan and tell me stick to my own when I'm already a genetic mixture and tone. The cultural collage, the mixed race in charge against the one color montage. I'm built to barge through the petty mentality to protect my family. When will the fear disappear? Never again. Fascists offend. Never again. Ignorance is sin. Never again. Kill our children. Never again. I intend to defend my blend to the end.
Watcha, my name is JC001. For those who don't know what the JC001 come from, it's because my real name is Jonathan Chandra Pandey. Now that's a weird name for a bro with a pale eyes like I got. But nevertheless, let me just tell you something. My mama, second generation Irish. My papa, we're talking Persian, Pakistani, Indian, English, Cockney, mixed together. Do you know what that means? It means as a human being, when you walk down the street, you can't laugh at the Asiatics, you can't laugh at the Negro brothers, you can't laugh at the colored folk. In other words, you can't laugh at people that aren't white.
Some have stated I'm contaminated, I'm tainted by the tar brush, what they must have hated. A way that I assimilated, family done created. Fusion picnic power team, they must have fainted. It's a mixed race team and
The single is Never Again. It's based on the phrase by Churchill and the anti-Nazi war cry of the Second World War, never again, for the whole concept of fascism, which doesn't necessarily have to be swastikas or jackboots. It can be really subtle and nasty.
Fascists offend, never again. Ignorance to sin, never again. Kill our children, never again. I intend to defend the blend to the end. Come on, never again, no, never again, no. Ethnic cleansing, no, never again, no, never again, no, never again, no. Ethnic cleansing, no, never again, no.
Rap definitely is a form of poetry, depending on the rap, depending on the artist. I'd be the first one not to say, oh, he is doing it and he isn't. That's not for me to say. It's definitely poetry. If you read the lyrics of Public Enemy, I don't necessarily agree with everything they say, but you read them, they actually work as straight prose. As for the fast stuff, most of the fast stuff we do is merely the entertaining side. I'll be, straight up, that gains the crowd's attention. That's how you draw the crowd to you. You know, if you don't glow, they won't know.
I'm one of them rappers that ain't exactly this or that. I'm a mixture of all things, Jack. And if you repatriate me, I'd hate to see how you cut my corpse to equal degree to the very nationality inherent in here, my dear. Which bit would you send back where? Whether you're black or white to black and back again, it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna be jacking them. Now you comprehend what I'm saying, you make it clean. Take 15.
coming from reggae into hip-hop in 1980, 1981, what I found is we were rapping faster. We were more in time with a triplet rhythm. Instead of saying, my name is JC and I'm on the mic, I'd rather say, my name is JC, I'm on the mic and I'm going to tell you why. So it's much faster, much more rhythmic. They probably can't understand the words, but hell, they're dancing that much quicker. People ask me what the musical influences are. The first thing I have to say is, I've been influenced by everything that's ever passed my eardrum. So my music, I'll be honest with you, is everything I've ever heard, from Pink Floyd to Megadeth, you know, via Public Enemy and Anthrax. As long as I can put a rap on it.
Never again, fascist again, never again, ignorance friend, never again, killer children, never again, I intend to defend my blender to the end, never again, no, ethnic cleansing, no, never again, no, never again, no, never again, no, ethnic cleansing, no, never again, go, come on.
My music generally is eclectic, it's across the board. Obviously I can stick to reggae and hardcore hip-hop beats when I want to, and I can do the hardcore stuff. However, I must, when you do an album, you can do a couple of dance singles like Cupid or Never Again with a message as well, but for the album, I like to look around the world of music. Doesn't matter whether it's LA grunge or African Dijon music, or even some of the Cajun stuff I've been listening to, the bluegrass, some of the rhythms of the real, basically the real music of it all, trying to put that into rap. A lot of people say, oh, rap doesn't have music. Yeah, check my album out, bro, it's got more music than you got.
Never again, come on the mic, I'll tell your friends, said I never again, said that the fascists are win, but if I never again, I let the Nazis attend, I never again, come on the mic, I'll let me, I win, never again, said the Nazis attend, so I never again, said the better run attend, yeah, never again, let get stopped, I win, never let the ignorance come on the mic and get them, never again.
When you get into the business and your face gets known, you're inevitably asked by someone somewhere to wear someone's clothes. Now there's me, I'm a rapper. I get asked by John Richmond, and I had to wear some very strange clothes on stage as a model. I don't mind. I mean, you want to put me on stage half naked with all women looking at me? I don't mind. I'm cool. You want me to rap as well? Hell, and pay me? I'm not exactly going to say no, am I? I've got alternative work, as I say, in the music business, as a TV presenter occasionally, here and there on different shows. The one show I had for myself, greedy, was in Ireland called the Electric Ballroom. Electric Ballroom.
My name is JC001, we'll babysit you through this. We've got Darren Oda back in the Clarence, which is quite surprising after the way we trashed our hotel rooms last time. It's a rock and roll place. You got to do it. Push past the nun and have a good crack. Watch it, or don't bother, because we've got the Pale.
Some nice heads down, no nonsense, boogie woogie, pleasant splare.
But before all that, let's go live to the ballroom for JC and the Hot House Flowers.
Featuring me!
You never know, you come on the mic and let me go. Hot house, flower power. Come on the mic and see?
It was a coming home vibe, and I never really thought myself as that Irish. I've had more problem with being half Indian than Irish. To remember that I am half Irish as well, and they accept it. There's not a problem. If you're a positive person and you haven't got any bigotry, not a problem. And when in Ireland they heard I was half Indian, you know, this is Guinness all night, you know. Because apparently in Ireland there's this strange story I heard. I heard this twice, and to this day, I don't know if they're taking the mickey. Apparently, in the Irish potato famine, Indian people sent them potatoes. I haven't worked out if this is true, or if they've got the story wrong, if they're talking about American Indians or sweet potatoes, but apparently. And this old chap in this old bar in Northside Dublin, he goes, "And thank you, sir, thank you." And I'm like, well, anytime. How many more potatoes do you want? So, yeah, so Asian people get a good reception in Dublin. My life already that I should know why.
Electric Ballroom, are you coming back tomorrow night? Are you coming back tomorrow night? I'll be waiting!
I can honestly say I'm not after the money. I'm after the enjoyment of being on stage with good music and a mixed bunch of people in front of me dancing together to the same beat, each dancing their own different type of dance, but it's the same rhythm. And I've seen that work. I've seen it happen. I've done it. However humble, you know, just a couple hundred people in a room. You look out there. There's homeboys. There's raggers. Then there's the crusties. A couple of trendies that were just walking past the pub. Some students. A gay geezer who just doesn't mind the music. There's some brothers over there. And all together, no fights, no ruckus, no palaver. Getting down to the sound. And, hell, there's no politics that can do that.
Watch out, he's about.
Georgina gets jittery when our summerhead sneezes. Ian monkeys around with our brainy baboon. Paul is aghast when he greets our ghost.
Beadle's about again on Fridays at 8 on Central. Watch out. There's one show that always brings out the devil in people.
Hang on, my turn, right?
Yes, fair enough.
The employers. Listen. The employers.
Are we looking at the wrong thing? I think I'm a little confused.
10:40 Fridays, Central Weekend. A devilishly good show.
Next, the latest box office smashes in the States are reviewed by Richard Blade in Cinema, Cinema, Cinema.
Go for it!
Persil proudly presents the new Persil FunFit Collector program. Collect FunFit tokens from special Persil packs and get free games equipment. Collect them now for your playgroup or school. Collect FunFit tokens for anything, from a tumbling mat to a climbing frame. The Persil FunFit Collector program.
Go for it!
Old Spice. Feel the freshness hit.
It'd be easier to get into a packet of Colman's new garlic and herb sauce.
Sorry, no dogs.
Oh, a lot easier.
So it did turn into a cold after all.
Oh, Beecham.
Sorry I'm late. Hamish had some bad sniffles in the Highlands.
What you want is some new Beecham's Hot Lemon. It's got something extra. A decongestant that cuts through that bunged-up feeling. It helps your sore throat and relieves your headache. Next!
Whatever you're called, you'll feel better with Beecham's.
I find your microbes fascinating.
You do?
They cause the dandruff.
So that's why you offered to wash my hair.
Why else?
But I thought...
Actually, I want to wash half in a medicated anti-dandruff shampoo and half in Head & Shoulders to show that Head & Shoulders neutralizes more of the microbes that cause dandruff. Look, on this side.
Still dandruff.
But with Head & Shoulders...
Nothing.
Except beautiful hair.
How can I thank you? Dinner, perhaps?
Not tonight. I'm washing my hair.
Head & Shoulders. Doesn't half-shift dandruff.
From just £9 a month, Bupa will put you under less pressure than your next footstep. Ring 0800 600 500.
Welcome to a city where people always have the time for strangers. Where your seat can be reserved. Where bacon rolls at 100 miles an hour. Where the locals don't just tell you the way, they take you there. Where the wine is chilled and the welcome is warm. Welcome to Intercity.
Family Fortunes. We surveyed 100 people across the country, and the answers to the questions we asked were... Got that? Oh well, you'll just have to watch the shows. Fridays at 7 on Central. Family Fortunes. There's an answer for everything.
Then later, there's a new series of the comedy starring James Bolam and Linda Bellingham, Second Thoughts, on Friday at 8:30 here on Central.
A terrorist has attempted to machine gun a restaurant full of diners in County Antrim tonight. Carnage was only averted when his weapon jammed. Extra troops and police are patrolling Belfast tonight after another day of violence. This morning, 2 workers died and 5 were wounded when gunmen opened fire at a West Belfast council depot. And a soldier was arrested after a shooting incident outside the home of IRA man Thomas Begley, killed by his own bomb on Saturday. Thousands of people joined the first funeral processions for some of the victims of the Shankill road bombing. Among them, a 9-year-old boy who lost his sister, mother and father in the explosion. The Transport Secretary, John McGregor, appears tonight to have staved off a Tory backbench revolt over rail privatisation by indicating BR will be allowed to bid for the new franchises. Outside the Commons, there was a mass protest against the split-up of the network. Opponents say it will mean a worse service and higher fares. Canada's first woman Prime Minister, Kim Campbell, is out of office and out of Parliament tonight. Mrs Campbell's Conservative Party lost all but 2 of its 155 seats, only 4 months after she took over as leader. The Liberals are now the largest party, followed by the Quebec Separatists. I'll be back later with a news update.
Now we're off to the cinema. Ladies, kindly remove your hats.
Direct to you from Hollywood, California, land of sun, fun, and the motion picture capital of the world. I'm Richard Blade, and this is our weekly look at the latest breathtaking films heading for a cinema near you. This week, Sean Astin stars as an underachiever who becomes the sort of football hero most people can only dream about. Sean Astin is Rudy. We'll take a look at the directorial debut for filmmaker Carlo Carli. Set in the violent world of southern Italy, it's Flight of the Innocent. We'll go behind the scenes at the making of an Edward Gorey-like stop-action animated fantasy by Batman director Tim Burton. It's The Nightmare Before Christmas. And as always, we'll have our countdown of the top films at the box office in America on Cinema, Cinema, Cinema. Now it's time to take our weekly look at the hottest new films heading this way from the studios of Hollywood. After small roles in films like The Goonies and Memphis Belle, young Sean Astin finally broke through with his first major part as a student at a prep school that's taken over by Colombian terrorists. Astin lives dangerously as the hero in Toy Soldiers.
You want to know what we should do?
No.
We need to find out everything about these guys that are holding us. How many of them there are, what kind of guns they have, all that stuff. Then we need to get that information to the outside world. And then they can get in and rescue us.
He's a hero of a very different kind in a movie about one of the most famous college football teams in America, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Sean Astin plays a lad who makes up for his lack of stature with a lot of heart as Rudy.
After high school, I'm going to play football at Notre Dame.
Chasing a stupid dream causes nothing but you and everyone around you heartache.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to go to school here. And ever since I was a kid, everybody said it couldn't be done. I always listened to them, believed what they said. I don't want to do that anymore.
Hey, kid! Not supposed to be here.